Hey everybody, it's Sensei Sid with Fields Karate. I've got a little bit of a drill I want you to try out today, but a little bit of background. As we engage in self-defense matches, if we ever have to get into a fight, oftentimes those matches are going to be very, very close in. It's going to start with someone grabbing us by the shirt or trying to grab us by the hair of the head or by a wrist. And that's what karate was originally designed for those sneak attacks and those surprises. But every once in a while, we do find ourselves in a fight where we know the attack is coming, we see it coming, and we're squared off and we're actively engaging in that fight. Not, I hate to say voluntarily, but because we don't really have a choice to just run. Now, in a situation like that, there are a number of things that change the way that we fight when we go into what's often called a consensual fight like that. And while this principle is true in other self-defense situations, one of the things that we want to make sure that we can do is throw combinations. As we throw our strikes and counter strikes, it is our hope that one of them would finish the fight. Okay? The idea of finishing a fight with one blow, that's always the goal if we have to hit at all. But sometimes that's just not the reality, and we never want to bank on it. We never want to throw one good hit and then stop fighting because we assume that it's done. We have to wait and see if our opponent is actually done. So one of the things that we have to train to do is actually throw combinations, more than one strike at a time. So for this, you're going to want a training aid. If you have a heavy bag available to you, this is perfect for that kind of a thing. And we're going to go over a very basic introductory kind of combination. It's a simple back fist with a reverse punch. Now, if you don't have a heavy bag at home, if you're training at home, especially during the pandemic right now, and you've got to come up with something to work with, what I've rigged up here is a very simple tote. It's just a bag. And you want to stuff it with something soft. I used a bunch of extra white belts that I had laying around. You might use some old clothes or something like that. But just stuff your bag and then hang it from something that's pretty sturdy, a tree limb or something of that sort. Maybe you have a swing set outside, you can hang it from the swing set. But you want to hang it so that it's about your chest level, just to give you something comparable to yourself. And we're going to start this drill off in Kamae, and again, it's very basic. You're going to do a back fist, and when you strike it, it's going to swing away from you. Now, as a note, the longer the rope it's hanging from, the further it will go. And the harder you hit it, the further it will go. Now, in this particular combination, the back fist isn't really meant to finish the fight because you're popping it. Remember, there are two ways to use a back fist. There's popping it, which is going out and back very quick, and then you can stick it, where you throw the strike and you stick it out there and you do a full transfer of energy. You don't pull it back until all that energy, until all that power is transferred through. When you stick it, your bag will go much further. Okay? So that's the difference. In this drill, we're popping it because the point of the back fist is to distract, to disorient, and to soften up your opponent, often to just get their hands up. So you're going to do a back fist, a real quick one, and then you're going to turn. You're going to turn with your hips into more of a Zenkutsudachi, more of a forward natural stance. So from a loose kamae, and do a reverse punch, and then come back. Now, the reverse punch, you want to stick. So it's pop a back fist, stick a reverse punch, and then catch it. Be careful because this will come back and hit you. They often say that the problem with training on bags is they don't hit back. Something like this, it will hit back. Okay? So, again, back fist, reverse punch. Catch it. Reset. Back fist, reverse punch. Reset. Okay? And again, the harder you hit the bag, the further it's going to go. So your timing changes. Once you get comfortable with that and you get comfortable doing it with both sides, so right fist with the back fist and then a left reverse punch and then a left back fist and a right reverse punch. You want to train equally on both sides because you won't always get the opportunity to choose which hand you strike with at any given point in a fight. So get comfortable with that, and then you can start mixing it up. You can use some different strikes. You can use a back fist and a ridge hand, okay? Or a back fist and a shuto, okay? And once you get comfortable with a couple of different combinations, you can stop catching it. You can actually throw your back fist, punch, back fist, punch, back fist, punch. And if you start changing the angle of the back fist, it changes the angle at which your bag swings, which will force you to work on your timing for that reverse punch. And that's going to be a good thing, because in a real fight, your opponent's not always going to move in a straight line. In this drill, starting out, that bag is moving in a straight line, straight out, straight back toward me. But sometimes opponents come from an angle. They don't come straight at you, they come from an angle. So that will be a good thing to work up to. But try using some different combinations. Start off, especially if you're brand new to this, start off with a very simple back fist, reverse punch, and go from there. Okay? So I hope this is helpful. I hope this gives you a little bit of something to train with and something to work on. Keep training hard, have fun with it, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Thank you much.